Hello everyone, I'm Candace Murphy. Thanks for sticking around for Fox 10 News. First up tonight, continuing coverage of a big capital murder trial in Mobile. This week was filled with witness and police testimony in the case of John DeBlaze. DeBlaze is accused of killing his children, 3- and 4-year-old Chase and Natalie DeBlaze, in 2010. Authorities say DeBlaze put the children's bodies in the back of his van, then dumped them in Alabama and Mississippi. Here's a look at what happened in the courtroom. In Circuit Court Judge Rick Stout's courtroom, a jury will decide if John DeBlaze is guilty of 3 counts of capital murder. Mobile County District Attorney Ashley Rich says DeBlaze tortured his 2 kids and killed them by, quote, choking the life out of them. But the defense says DeBlaze's common-law wife, Heather Keaton, killed Natalie and Chase. In a video interview with Mobile Police, DeBlaze tells investigators on March 4th, 2010, Keaton duct-taped Natalie's hands and feet and put her in a suitcase. DeBlaze said he made eye contact with Natalie, then left for school. When he returned, Natalie was dead. DeBlaze told the officers, quote, I think she might have suffocated and thrashed around. She might have broken her neck. DeBlaze said he drove to Citronelle and dumped his little girl's body in the woods. In that same interview, DeBlaze tells investigators Chase was killed 3 months later on June 20th, Father's Day. The night before, DeBlaze says Keaton duct-taped Chase to a broomstick. DeBlaze said he took a sleeping pill, and when he awoke in the morning, Chase was dead. He told investigators Keaton, quote, must have gagged him that night. I saw tape over his mouth. He was lifeless in my arms. DeBlaze said Chase's body was put in a trash bag, put in the rear of their van, then dumped in Van Cleve, Mississippi. The defense points out during the video interviews, DeBlaze never admits to killing his kids, but accuses Keaton. Witnesses say the couple moved to Louisville, Kentucky 2 months later. Keaton's mother testified her daughter said Natalie and Chase were dead, and she feared DeBlaze would kill her as he did his 2 children. In a videotaped police interview, Keaton blames DeBlaze for his kids' deaths, calling him a liar and an abuser. Keaton said, quote, Natalie's breath smelled really weird, toxic. I've never smelled anything like it. A search of DeBlaze and Keaton's van turned up photos of Natalie and Chase, a bottle of antifreeze, children's sandals, girls' underwear, and paperwork detailing the human nervous system and human neck muscles. A canine expert testified 2 canines indicated the scent of human remains on stuffed animals and a suitcase in the couple's van. The last witness to take the stand Friday was a volunteer firefighter who found Chase's remains in Van Cleve, Mississippi in December of 2010. He told jurors duct tape was found next to Chase's bones. The trial resumes Monday at 8:30 a.m. Jackson County Sheriff deputies say a Mississippi man is dead after he was stabbed with a samurai sword. It happened in the Golf Park Estates neighborhood in Ocean Springs. Investigators say 18-year-old Johnny Romeo got into an argument with his neighbor last night. That's when Romero, allegedly stabbed 29-year-old Shannon Bowen. Romero is charged with second-degree murder. If convicted, he faces up to 40 years in prison. Jackson County Sheriff's deputies are also investigating a head-on collision that killed a 19-year-old man. It happened around 3 this morning. Investigators say Michael Shea McCoy was driving east on Potocow Bayou Road in Van Cleve when his car crossed lanes and slammed into another vehicle. He died at the scene. 3 other people were injured. They've all been released from the hospital. Hawaii Robinson's mother is out of jail. Yosha Populous was arrested for violating probation stemming from her pleading guilty to BP fraud several years ago. The judge released Populous from Mobile Metro Jail yesterday afternoon, ordering her to go back to counseling and to show up for random drug tests.
Jail is no place for a grieving mother. Being in jail for the last few days has really opened her eyes. There's no excuse for violating your probation. However, there are certain circumstances that can get a person out, and I believe that her being in there and her realizing what's important in her life has changed her.
Populous could be back in court in December if she fails to comply with her probation officer. The defense mentioned Populous was working with the FBI and Mobile County District Attorney's Office to find her daughter's killer. It's been over a month since Hawaii's body was found. She went missing from her home in Pritchard September 16th. She was found dead 2 days later in a trash pile about a mile from her home. Police still have no leads in the investigation. A reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest and conviction. If you know anything about this case, call 1-800-CALL-FBI.
Oh, hey there, folks. Meteorologist Matt Barentine. Thank you for hanging out with us here late on a Saturday night after the baseball game. And we've had a beautiful day in the middle of a beautiful weekend. Still got clear skies here tonight and comfortable temperatures where we're sitting right now. 55 in Evergreen, 56 Chunchula, 60 up in Jackson down to Mobile County. You can see mostly upper 50s, except for right out over the water where it's still warmer, still 70 degrees in Middle Bay Lighthouse and Dauphin Island, Fort Morgan at 61, 55 in Gulf Shores, 54 in Lily, and 55 at the NAS. All right, so here's what you can expect as you wake up on your Sunday morning. It'll be cool. Temperatures for most of us somewhere in the 50s to start the day, but lots of sunshine, a really pleasant start to what's going to be another nice day, although it will get a bit warm. And we're going to be in the 80s tomorrow, pretty much area wide, and some spots into the mid-80s inland areas, so a bit toasty at times. You could actually break a sweat if we're out in the sun, but just get some shade. Here's your headlines we're going to be talking about here in just a bit. We're going to have more of these warm days, but a cold front is on the way. We'll talk about what that means for our Halloween. Perhaps a bit of a chill there. We'll give you all the details on that coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Matt. Well, it was a nice day to get out and take a walk. People in Clark County today took a stroll for a good cause. It's the walk to end Alzheimer's, and you won't believe how much money they raised. Plus, the Sausage Festival pleasing taste buds in Alberta. You'll get a look at the fun. Don't go away. Fox 10 News is back in 2 minutes.